Let's go back to before I was born, to a town that was rainy and boring and old, called Oldham. They worked all day in factories of smoke, steel and cotton, and whatever else was it made out of in that horrible little factory town. As you can see, I completely cut that up, but I don't care anyway. We're doing the Crazy Chris podcast, and I want to talk to you about past generations and the system and everything a little bit, because it's funny. I was thinking the other day about it's just becoming rich and what makes you rich, what rich is, and no. And like if you've got a lot of history and you're in your town where you've got generations of family that have been born in that town and built it and made it what it was, then you're quite rich already because you've got that history in your town and that history to continue in a way. Yeah, it's mad, but a lot of our generations were lied to, then they got told over and over again, you put money into this, put money into this, we'll take money off you for this, and then we'll put it into this, and when this is done, life will be better, and mainly like infrastructure and stuff like that, like the infrastructure, take a load of money, put it all in, then they say we did it rubbish, we've got to do it again. Then they say we did it rubbish again. They got it so rarely now. I think the council should start be paying us because they've wasted a lot of people's money, and they're continuing to do it. And then they're continuing to print more and continuing to add value and continuing to add inflation. And I was thinking about this today because I thought to myself, well, the only reason everything's so high at the moment, food, everything else, cost of living, etc., is because of our car bills, our car route bills, the rent, the the gas, the electric, all these things for us was affordable, and now they're not affordable, but they're affordable in other countries, like more than affordable. And we're like, the world's the world, isn't it? So it's a monopoly game, innit? The world leaders and thingy are saying, right, well, we're going to fucking tax this country to make these people suffer, and not these people. I mean, I know people that are living for free in tropical islands, on holiday resort islands for free, in houses for free, no rent, no bills, no nothing, just squatting in houses, living for free right next to the seaside in luxury accommodation. And they've been doing that for apparently years and years and years and years and years and years. I don't even know how many years. And it's mad, innit, to think that some places in the world get to live for free, some people in other parts of the world don't, and then you got like Britain's being taxed like hell. The world's just really unfair and not organised at the moment, is it? I mean, in Britain, we've just let ourselves be, the government's let themselves be ransacked as far as I'm concerned. Like, literally, like, talk about what's going on. It's madness. You'll see me post a lot of things on my socials, Chris Ryan, about from this guy called Roger, and he's a smart guy from what I can see. He's very clued up to what's going on in the world and organisations and what people are doing and etc. And the reason I post a lot of his stuff on my socials and support him as much as well is because of a shared friend that we had. In your network, you have shared friends in networks, and he was a shared friend, and so I like to I support him for that reason, and the issue is something that's been in in my life more than once, unfortunately. For either girls that I've dated or people that I've knew. I've seen the effects of it, and it's not good. It's horrible. So I feel for the victims on that one. I'm talking about the grooming gangs, by the way. And yeah, and like I say, that's another lie to our grandparents and our parents and stuff. Is like I said, they brought a lot of immigration in, supposed to make the country better because of the better workforce, etc. But what it's done is it's made everything completely worse, and there's nothing that the government can do to reverse it now. Like, literally, their hands are tied. Even the next government aren't going to be able to reverse it because there's too many other people and figures and that have got influence and power within the system. They shouldn't have, but they have now, haven't they? So that's just going to happen. That's not going to change. So that's something that, it's pretty much damage mitigation at this point, in it, for them, and that's sort of my view on that anyway. But enough of a little political thing. I hope you've all been liking the. I've been doing some little posts. I've been using AI lately to do my to do some posts for me on my socials, and and I also was a little test to see what was doing good and what was doing bad. One of them hit 3,000 views or something, which was quite good for mine because they only usually hit 50 to 100 and something views. And the thing is, I've got to get the views up and the followers up and all the interaction to be able to make money out of social media, and try and actually make money, because that was the idea. If the social media can make money, then I was hopefully going to just give benches away to people to obviously give me more content and make more social media. I tried that anyway. I did give a few benches away anyway, to some good causes and stuff. Wasn't Well, yeah, it was a bit to help myself, and it was nice to help the actual people and the causes that I give the benches to. So it was like a win situation for me on that one. Apart from losing money, but what's money when you're enjoying life, when you're living life? It's a journey. You're gonna lose money. You need to get more money and lose it, and more money and lose it, and well, yeah, it's madness, isn't it? I can't keep up with it, me. I've got to be honest with you. It's I say I can. I ain't got no bloody choice. No one has. You literally got to get it done. Well, I don't have to work, so I don't know. I put myself through this as well for all the disabled people that some of them are actually having to work, because they ain't got a choice. They've had the money took off them, and they're being told that they can work when they can't. And I want to show that it's no disabled people. I don't think I can work anyway. I've been doing my best with what I've been doing, but it obviously hasn't gone to plan at all. And I went to a pitch for a few millionaires, as you know, to try and get some money. That money was hopefully going to pay someone else to actually do the work that I've been struggling with, so that it'd generate money then to make more money. So not only would it make me money, it'd make someone else money for a wage. Obviously, better for the economy and obviously all the rest of it. But that's just not worked out. It's just not. I've done what I can do, and as a disabled person who I am, and that, pushing myself more is just it's stressing me out. Because it's hard when you get hit back by something. It takes you back. And then it takes a few days to just go, right, come on, Chris, get all yourself head together, have another go at it. And then you got this medication as well, man. This has been messed up. Currently, well messing me up with this medication. I just need one nice strain that does me well, that makes me feel just right, and I can get on with stuff without feeling high, without feeling anxiety, a bit of anxiety in that, because some of the strains give you anxiety as well, they really mess you up. So I did find one strain. It was a good price. This is the other thing they've done is the prices. So the strains that are all right, but they're like £9.50, and I can't afford them. So, and then the other strains are £5.50. I still really can't afford them, but it's the cheaper one out of the lot. But that's not good for me. The one, I did find one that was like £5, no, £6.90. But then they stopped doing that because they didn't have any more of that supply, and that's been happening a lot where they haven't got enough of the supply, so you have to stop and take something else, which is not good for your brain or your medication. I'm seriously thinking of taking them to a claims court for my health at the moment. And yeah, it's dealing with that. So for disabled people, you got to deal with your medication and you got to deal with your actual health as well. And then you can't really be wealthy because obviously if you get too wealthy, you're not entitled to the help that you get, and obviously if you're not entitled to that, then what happens is you lose all your money that you've got or you've generated as well. So you've got to look around that as well. Which, well, apparently there are ways that I didn't know 10 years ago, or 2 years ago, or a year ago. I didn't know there's ways to still be able to keep your wealth and obviously get the help that you need if you can't work. I didn't even know you could own an house and be on benefits, but people told me you can't, but you can. It's a lie. You can own your own house and be on benefits disabled. So yeah, and obviously you're paying cheaper rent if you're on your own house and you're gaining value in it. So yeah, I could tell you about that if DM me, whatever. So yeah, it's a mad world at the moment, and I hope you like the posts that I'm doing on my new socials now and that. If you can keep following Chris Can Handyman, Manx stuff. I've got Manx Plants, Crazy Chris. Get you on now on YouTube. Don't forget, buy my book, Manchester Maze. I've also got The Adventures of a Bag of Flour out on Amazon. Good information in the Manchester Maze. Obviously, it's got a lot of history, a bit of history of Oldham. From my eyes, what I've seen. A lot of facts in there. And what else is going on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and do some more events soon. So we've got some events coming up soon. I'll be posting them up on my socials, and you can come to them. This should be awesome. Be nice to see you there. Anyway, that's my little what we've got a 13-minute podcast. Near enough a 15-minute little podcast thing for you there of how crazy Chris's millions is going. No, my business. How my business is going. Well, my business is going alright, isn't it? It's there. Starts making money soon, we'll be laughing. If it doesn't, it'll still be there. I don't know. I'm still wondering whether I'll just not be self-employed anymore and not be, Manx stuff I think is going to go into just being a dormant limited company. But things might change, we'll see, I don't know, keep going. What I'm doing now through winter is because it's too cold to go outside is mainly focusing on my social media, and it is also late at night now, so late enough for me anyway. Anyway, peace out. Hope you all have a good evening. I'll see you soon.